inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. Montgomery. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gain of a yard.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He lost the football. This is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fighting through it, he's got space. Get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. first down. Here's Cousins. Coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
To Jimmy Graham.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Bears.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up the first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It brings up 3rd down.
Now back to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Back to throw here. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run for him with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Play fake. Cousins. Smith catches inside. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Cousins. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is...
Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins eluding the pressure. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and goal for Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Now it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. That's caught by Montgomery, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Vikings 1.
They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery as time expires in the first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Santos lining up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. Loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. When they came out of the locker trailing, not a good second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Bears first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Ball carrier taken down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely
right. Interception thrown by Cousins. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Chicago.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Mike Hughes brought it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy with it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. Hey, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is caught off a deflection. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Rolling to his right. And they will not be able to back up there. It's incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. 1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flushed out right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bears' 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the red color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Cairo Santos set
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. Johnson jostles free, and they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears, touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Vikings, nothing. Cairo Santos set to...
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard
line.
Again, it's Cook. Not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
On the carry.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
An 18-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's a gain.
They run it again. He's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Play action now. Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not much there, only a yard. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll throw again. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. One last shot now for Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up back to Sean Gibson. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move.